Hey, what's up, you dick lickers? This is the
That's
free
how
episode.
you started.
Yeah,
You piece of shit.
that's how they want to be. People like to be abused.
They
all right?
do like it.
We have a big S&M fan base. So you pay pigs, start giving us your money, and fucking you can get Eric. What we're trying to say is this is a free episode.
It's a free episode that we give to you whenever you want it, and you can take it or leave it.
Whenever you want, whenever we can do it. Yeah, we give you a free episode, but with every episode we record a bonus episode. So we get going, and an hour in, we stop it, and we switch over to a bonus episode that we put on Patreon. Patreon.com/Thurman and Lala. You can find it all at Thermopolis.com. You pay what, $3 a month? I don't know what the tiers are. We'll set some tiers.
And you get us, right. What is it? It's a movie that you rented on Amazon, that Mark Wahlberg movie. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to see that. That's why you waited for Amazon. And like, who cares? Yeah. You can wait longer and you can watch it for free, idiot.
The Rock has enough. He doesn't need your,
but this movie has Mark Wahlberg and The Rock.
Whoa.
So yeah, it's $3 fucking dollars or $4, whatever the fuck you want.
I think it's $3. I tried to make it as low as it possibly could be, but I also set it up once and never looked at it again.
And then we make it as low brow as possible. Yeah. Okay, so
we get
next. The bonus episodes are the nitty gritty. That's where I use names and I, I tell you really awful, embarrassing. You think it's
people are
now.
Like, this wasn't the nitty gritty. This was the good cop.
Exactly.
This
right. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, that was good cop. This is bad cop.
Go to the Patreon. You can subscribe, and you get twice. You get twice the Thurman and Lala. Because we do every episode we throw a bonus one on top of that, and you get another one.
It's only for our elite fan base,
and that's where all the cool shit
we would like
happens.
You exactly. We would like you to be there, and then you can post shit on there and send us messages, and we will interact with you directly.
Start a little
which
community.
Is weird, and a lot of people we know personally don't want that, but I think this is way longer than a minute. But hey, this is promo, baby. This is show business. Okay.
Yes.
This is what we got.
So go to the Patreon and refer a friend. If you refer a friend, you get nothing, really.
You get nothing.
There's no bonuses. They have to pay equal amount. If you refer a
friend, then they have to pay 2 months of your subscription.
It's
a pretty great deal.
How about that? You work that amongst yourselves.
Yes.
But this shit goes on word of mouth. For some reason, we're not the most internet-friendly program. I don't know what. Fucking taking shits and knighting the queen with my erection is somehow not getting the algorithm.
Right.
So we really need you guys to go like and subscribe. We're on iTunes, all that shit. Go hit, even if it's 1 star. Leave a review. Leave a shitty review. Leave a funny review. Do something. Be
Send
active.
us a question.
Let us know that someone's out there, please, for the love of God.
Because we're not doing well just by us. Just by ourselves.
Find everything Thermopolis.com. All right, we'll start the show.
This is the Thurman.
Who the fuck is Thurman? Is that you?
So we're sitting around talking about dicks and butts.
Dick jokes, Nazi jokes.
Your name Thurman?
And Lala.
Religion-hating, woman-passion.
I haven't heard about those guys in a while.
The Thurman and Lala podcast.
Big dick-loving fucking radio host. Thurman and Lala podcast.
And it's gonna fucking start right now.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Oh, whoa.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you. We keep saying we said hello and hi at the same exact time.
Yeah, we did.
It's like we just meld into the same person saying the same thing. It's just watching one guy now.
Probably why we don't have anyone listening to us anymore.
Yeah. What's going on, everyone? It's late night here. I don't know what you guys are doing.
That's true. It is. Thanks for doing this after I got out of work and taking time out of your busy schedule for make room for mine.
Yeah. Well, I got up and I was running around getting all the shit ready, making myself a cup of tea with a little caffeine.
You're into that now, huh?
Well, I was always into the tea, but now I'm into it heavier. It helps with the throat. I've been recording videos and singing and yelling all day. But as speaking of yelling, I was walked by like the back window, like the back of the house, which is all windows, and I heard like straight up like chimp, like, and it was like some sort of cat fight happened, and then I was like, hey, and it just stopped. And then the outside kitty came and ran up and was like, "What's up?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing out there?"
What did it kill?
I don't know. I think it was just in a fight with another cat. Like there's other neighborhood cats, and they but it's like right now, like if I wasn't up to do this, they would just be outside my neighbor's house just fucking howling.
I wonder how many creatures outside kitty has killed.
A lot of chipmunks
under your watch. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I mean,
does she eat them or he, whatever it is?
He just fucks them up and leaves them.
To them, they just fucks them up and leaves them like to die miserably.
Yeah, sometimes like they're still kind of moving, and Lee doesn't like that at all. She wants to just be done with the mice. Sometimes you'll find like a little mouse that's head's gone or some shit, which is
damn, dude,
oh my god, there's evil in them. But
it's barbaric.
This is part of the joy. So Jimmy and Lindsay were over. Like last week or something, and Jimmy had got some distressing news, so he was on the phone handling it. He was a little upset, and as he's on the phone, the outside kitty walks up to him with a dead chipmunk in his mouth and just puts it down at his feet and looks up at him and then starts like rubbing up on him, like it knew he was upset.
Like, yeah, I got this for you.
And he like came over to like, here, does this help? Like he gave him a dead chipmunk to like make him feel better, and then started awesome. Like rubbing up against him and being all cute and shit. Like he just murdered something, broke its neck with its mouth, just murdered it, just just killed it out of pure instinct, and then was like, wow, and we're like, oh,
you little fucker. That's funny.
So I don't know. What the fuck's going on.
We turned the AC off to, for sound and things like that. So if I get increasingly more greasy as this video progresses, that's why. Also, I did just eat a lot of potato chips, but like I think mainly it's the sweat.
Yeah.
It gets hot up in the second floor, man. You have to have like 2 ACs going on either side of the house, like on the second floor, to keep it like. And then we have window. We don't have central air.
Sounds like you're mining Bitcoin. It's just.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's so it's distracting, but it is nice. But it's fucking the second floor attic fucking thing that people shouldn't even be in, that somebody created in 2 rooms.
Yeah, I lived in one of those, and it gets fucking toasty.
Yeah, I remember that. That was not comfortable.
It was just. Yeah, we got.
That was an odd setup, dude. You had like friends
it was
on the first. There was 3 floors.
Yes.
You had friends of yours on the first floor who 3 of their rooms all connected to make it to one bathroom, which is really weird. So the last guy had to walk through 2 rooms to get to the pisser, right?
There was a hallway, there was a door, and then the hallway, then another door. It was all fucking wacky.
And then a random lady on the second floor.
Yeah.
Right? Who apparently was nice, but I mean, because then you and your girlfriend were on the 3rd floor, right?
In the attic, which was not a legal living space, because if there was a fire, we would be dead.
Right, absolutely.
And I was just up there smoking all the time.
Well, yeah, what an odd fucking, like, I mean, when you're younger and then you just take any living situation that you possibly can that's not your parents, so you tolerate that. But now, us as 30-year-old men, we would never live in a situation like that. Ever.
Well, we'll get into that when we start talking Nebworth and doing it fancy style.
Right.
That was terrible. But yeah, I need to get a new window fan because we got one and it helps. But then I dropped it or something and one of the fins broke off. So now when it spins, it's not even. You know what I mean?
So it's like out of control.
Like geometrically, it's like off balance and like just becomes like a fucking death machine. Like it starts walking around and like moving. Like it can, like if you just starts going, it's just on its own. It's like a fucking it really is just like a killing machine. Like that's like some Final Destination shit.
Oh my
where
God.
Like it would come and like
get me started.
It would get started on Devin Sawa's frosted tips and then take the rest of them. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on over in La La Land.
Dude, nothing, man. Fucking La La Land is nothing but working and then sitting on the couch on the weekend or going to my cottage, which is nice. I haven't been there in like 2 years.
Yeah, Canada's borders were closed. Going now.
Yeah, so all you got to do is download a fucking app, which is Arrive Can. And very original.
Yeah. Hey, they're listening. They're watching. How you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. And then they can like randomly select you to quarantine for like fucking 14 days if they decide to.
Yeah, but who's tracking?
the government. Apparently, there's a whole other thing that says you will get thrown in prison if this whatever division law enforcement. Yeah, dude, Canada does not have the Bill of Rights, so like their government can do whatever they want.
This compared to what I just did makes Canada seem so fucking crazy.
They are. There's still a lot of them are still on lockdown.
You know what it is? It's the epidemic that has plagued our society for the past, almost decade at this point, of just like people can't just go like, all right, maybe my first initial gut reaction was just that. And now we've learned and we can grow. That's all people talk about is learning and growing. And as soon as new and learning and grow, they're like, well, no, I'm going to go with my first gut interaction.
Yeah, no.
I'm
the same way.
They just, you have to like evolve, I guess. And we're evolving to being like, hey, we're not, I guess they think, I don't know.
I'm losing you here. What the fuck are you talking about?
To evolve to where at first we thought we were all going to die. I'm trying to not get in the same goddamn conversation, but we all thought we were going to die, but we're all alive.
Or are we not human beings?
Yes, we're all alive, but we're all annoyed by it. We're all done with it except for Canada. Canada is like Canada is fucking Clarissa Explains It All running around the party trying to get everyone to sign her yearbook in that movie. And just no one gives a fuck. But she just thinks it's so important.
Can't hardly wait.
Yes, exactly. She's just being so annoying and no one cares. She's
still
missing the party.
All done with it.
She's missing the party. No one gives a fuck. She just thinks this is so important. Everyone's like, no, we're over it. It doesn't matter. Shut the fuck up.
Melissa Joan Hart is who you're thinking of. Melissa Joan Hart, who was in Playboy once.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Melissa Joan Hart on. Hey,
there you go.
Yep. It's pretty fun learning who was in Playboy when you didn't expect it. I remember being at a Caps place shooting darts at fucking 4 a.m, which is it was part of our health club. We
pretty
were all
standard, yeah.
And I was just looking through the stack of Playboys because it's the 70s over there.
Yeah,
we got like Sabbath blasted on an 8-track and fucking shooting darts and smoking joints and fucking, picking seeds out of the weed and fucking flipping through Playboys. And just like our one buddy's got back from Nam and he just doesn't talk about it, but he's just like, he can't make any loud noises. But it was fucking what's her face from Meet the Parents, the wife, not Blythe.
Oh yeah, I remember
Danner.
They made a big stink about her.
There was no stink. I smelled no stink. I just opened a magazine in Cap's basement and it was like, what the fuck? This chick's naked and she's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
And also,
I remember that when I was a kid because I don't know if I saw that on like the news or like my parents brought it up because that was everyone's parents' favorite comedy. Right, was Meet the Parents.
Yeah, that's what made everyone think Robert De Niro was cute. And then they start to backtrack. Here's one where he's a fun cab driver.
Ew, that should be funny.
Yeah, he's a taxi driver and people get in his cab and he
wacky.
wisecracks. And it's just like child prostitutes.
Takes girl to a porno theater on a date.
Tries to assassinate a fucking congressman or whatever the fuck he's doing. Yeah.
But that's funny. Wait, what was that story? Your mom, she bought.
Yeah, we've told that. I had Machete on DVD. De Niro was in it for like 30 seconds. It's one of those things, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's like what classic Grindhouse movies would do was they would
put a huge
advertise
star.
like a huge star and put them on the cover. That way they filled the seats in the theater, but really that person only had like a cameo.
Right.
They do that actually most recent, like a lot. I realized that with Bruce Willis and like his last like 10 years of films have just been like, here's some weird action movie with, 2 assholes and then a super asshole Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
And then but it's like he's not in it. He's just like the main bad guy who's in it for 5 minutes at the end,
Makes a couple.
I don't know.
Yeah, they've done that. But I mean, if put yourself in their shoes, you're just like, hey, we'll give you a bajillion dollars for like a week's worth.
Yeah, I would do that too.
Fuck
them. Like I already gave you guys Die Hard.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Pulp Fiction and everything else, and I don't know what else he's been in. And
Unbreakable.
Yeah, and look who's
Sense.
talking, right? The Sixth Sense, that's right. 2 M. Night Shyamalan films.
Yeah, look who's talking was an M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, look who's talking.
Yes, the baby was dead the whole time.
The baby, yeah. It was just a stillborn, and the mom.
She's talking.
The mom just keeps like they do it, a whole montage of like the clips from the movie, like in the Joker, where he's what
goes back and the mom's
there,
like,
and she's just like feeding milk to like nothing. She's just squirting it out of the bottle. It's like.
Just waxing, just squirting her tit, just her tit, just spitting nothing out. Yeah.
Just blood, yeah. Kirstie Alley. Oh, Kirstie.
The fuck? Oh yeah. So De Niro's on like the cover of Machete.
Oh, that'd be a great porn name. Thirsty Alley.
Thirsty Alley.
Thirsty Alley would be a great.
Or like
name,
a good drinking spot in a city. Like
Thirsty Alley.
There's got to be one called Thirsty Alley where it's just like a little creepy alley full of bars. You know what I mean? One of those little pockets.
Guess, but like every one of them has a photo of her from it's like Star Trek or some shit.
Yeah. Never cheers.
No. Why? No.
Why go with the theme?
That would be too cliche.
Yeah. But anyways, the thing was Machete. De Niro's on the cover of Machete, and my mom's looking through the DVDs in the house, and Machete's in there. And she's thinking, oh, fun Robert De Niro. Because after Meet the Parents, he just started going balooey on the fucking funny, I'm a wacky old coot comedies. You know what I mean?
I have to pay alimony.
And the opening of Machete is, the theme of the movie is the guy brutally kills people with a machete. That's how he got the name, cutting heads off and shit. And I'm pretty sure he's rescuing a naked girl who then takes a cell phone out of her vagina.
Well, the first part of the movie, Robert De Niro is in, and he's killing like immigrants crossing the border.
Okay.
And then it follows.
Yeah. So my mom's like, build that wall. You guys don't know her. She's on Facebook a lot.
That describes her perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. If anyone knows her.
That's good. That's a nice way of putting it. How's your mom doing? Well, she's on Facebook a lot. So.
Yeah. Just,
staying the fuck out of Dad's way, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, she's loving that. He's killing immigrants. She's all about it. But then when a lady pulls a cell phone out of her vagina, that might have been the step too far. It's
also important to note when this movie came out and it was a flip phone. Not like a fucking pancake iPhone.
Yeah, no. Well, the iPhone's wider.
Yeah,
I guess. Flip phone's a smaller, denser. It's small. Yes,
in
sure.
A vagina. Yeah,
depending on what way.
Not the razor.
No, but depending on what way. If you put it.
Well, why would you put it in sideways?
Because I don't know, practicality. You put it in sideways like sliding a piece of toast into a toaster. If you put in a flip phone the other way, where the vagina's vertical and the phone is horizontal.
That's what I'm saying. Sideways. Why would? That's what I thought you were talking about.
No. I'm talking about
like
up. Both are vertical.
Like, are you a virgin? Like, have you seen it? Is this it?
Bag of sand.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's got to go vertical. I said it
like a bag of sand.
Yeah, an old lady's pussy does feel like a bag of sand.
Yeah, it does.
That's absolutely accurate. No, it's just like a toast into the toaster. It slides into the slot. Yeah, and an iPhone's bigger.
Yes.
A flip phone, like a thick Nokia flip phone, is more round and girthier than just like a skinny pencil dick iPhone.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like it's more, like a little fucking. It was like a smaller phone.
I get you.
But the thing is, in that movie, it like does like a
weird
slimy sound when she pulls it out of her cooch too, and she's completely naked after he just beheaded like 4 guys in a row in a room.
This doesn't meet the parents at all.
This is like dude, did she turn it off right after that, or I wonder how long she kept
I don't know, man.
Did she describe that to you?
No, I'm just saying I know that's how that movie goes. She probably got out of it pretty quick. As soon as there was like curse words and violence, she probably tapped out.
Did I ever tell you how my mom like always like walks into the worst part of the movie? Like always, like it could be a movie that's rated R for one scene of graphic language or something like that. Like in
brief nudity, and she hits the brief part.
She always she's constantly did that, and always at the worst time. And then one time, I don't know why. I usually watch movies either in my room or in the basement, but it was one day like nobody was home, so I was like, I'm gonna watch the big TV in the living room, and I put on my favorite movie, Pulp Fiction, and I fell asleep. And then Mom comes home with groceries in her hand, and then she's like. I wake up and Mom's like freaking out about the rape scene, the gimp scene, and like and then the guy swiftly get killed by a samurai sword, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, of course, I mean that whole movie is bad, but that part of the whole film, she could have walked in on the dance scene and be like, "Ooh, I like John Travolta."
Yeah, that would have been. Oh my God, what a polar difference! You could take that film and show one clip to a mom. That should be a show. Is you show clips of a film to a mom, and you show them one clip, and they go, "I like this. Do you want to see another clip?
Would you like to see more?" Yeah.
You show them dancing. It was a teenage wedding, and the old folks wished them well. And she's having Saturday Night Fever nostalgia, and she's like, "Yeah, I want another clip. Keep playing them a little. Choose your own adventure." And then that's pretty fucking far from okay, man.
Fucking far from okay.
Yeah, that would be a fun game. That'd be a fun game.
Get medieval on your ass. Something with like a blowtorch and shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But that's where she walked in, of course.
You put on
like
Boogie Nights and you just put on them dancing all in sequence.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a fun disco
cartoonish
movie.
I told you that story when
What?
Kaylee and I first got together. We were in my parents' basement. We were watching Boogie Nights. And because she had never seen it, and it's one of my favorite movies, and it also, happens to be about a lot of porn, and also she loves Mark Wahlberg
of all time.
It really is, but also she's a big Mark Wahlberg fan just because of the way he looks and not the way he acts. But like, you know what I mean? And so, but I was like, oh, here's one where he's great and good looking. Here, but perfect. We'll meet in the middle. And so we watched that, and of course, one thing led to another, and we're doing our thing, and one thing like
was it the roller girl? I've got the little bit roller skates. You got it, Ben. And then you're just like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, hey.
Something has suddenly come over me.
I
can't tell what it is. Something has suddenly happened.
Certainly inspired to fuck right now. Yeah. But like, okay, so we're doing our thing.
You said that like you were trying to like be like you were trying to slip
discreet.
it in.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fuck you now.
Yes.
If you catch my drift.
if you know what I'm saying. Huh?
Yeah.
So the basement lights come on, and Kaylee, she, thank God, opened her eyes and saw that was happening. She's like, "Oh, your mom!" And I was like, "Oh fuck!" So like, we pulled a blanket over.
You thought it was like weird, dirty talk. You're like, "Hey, whoa!"
Yeah. She's like, "Ooh, your mom." And I'm like, "Ew, okay, why?"
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Fucking look a gift horse in the mouth. I'll take what I can get here.
I mean, I've already been inside there once. So what's another time? Who cares?
I was thinking that the other day, a gross joke about what I was bored of, like who the president was. Yeah. And I'm like, man, I came out of one bush right into another one.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
So we I pulled the blankets up, and we obviously are not clothed, and so we have this like throw blanket on up to our necks, and we're just watching this movie Boogie Nights. And Mom comes down, and she's like standing right by the couch where we were on, and we're both like profusely sweating. And before that, like as Kaylee goes, "Your mom," I fucking like there was a Pulp Fiction, little throwback there, Pulp Fiction poster behind us that I had tacked into the wall with like fucking little thumbtacks, right?
Yeah.
And I went like I was up like this, and then I saw the lights, and I was like, oh shit! So I went to go onto the couch real quick, and I grazed my head on the thumbtack. So I'm not only sweating, but I'm also bleeding.
Oh,
and we're both like, and the blanket's up to our necks. We're clearly, Mom walks up and she's like, "Is this the movie about the porn?" And we're like, "Yep, that's it." She goes, and then Mark Wahlberg. She's like, "Oh, I like him." And then my dad comes
what did
from
he do
upstairs.
that got all these? I guess he's a handsome fellow, but what are they into fucking?
No, she probably saw Perfect Storm or something.
Oh,
with fucking
yeah,
George Clooney.
He was.
You know what I mean?
always forget about like huge movies like that I don't really care about.
Yeah.
And then like you were like, how does this guy? And then you look, you're like, he's known for the blah blah blah. And you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But I never expected her to know what that movie was, but she just knew. I mean, I don't think there was a porn. It wasn't that awkward. The only awkward thing was that I was just inside of another person.
Yeah.
And my mom is standing next to me.
Or she was doing like the trying to play it. Oh, what's this weed? Yeah, I'll try. I guess.
Yeah, sure.
You're just trying to not seem like a drug addict to whoever's at the fucking family function who brought weed when you didn't think it was a good idea. And then as soon as you got there, you're like, God damn it, who's got some fucking weed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cashed. Yeah, exactly. But so that was
the bleeding is what adds a whole second dimension to this, because it's like, oh, Steven, it's you're an adult and adults being intimate in the home. I get that, but your head bleeding is what is cause for concern. Is like, what is going on here?
And Gailey had really just only met them a few times prior. I mean, she was over quite a bit, but not let's be caught fucking no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've been engaged to marry each other for 3 years, and we're still not at that point with my parents where
I don't
it would
know.
be weird if they walked in on us fucking.
You never want to get to that, past that point. There'd be some weird hippie family.
Have you ever heard or walked into your parents fucking?
Not really, no.
That never happened to you?
No.
That apparently to a younger generation, everyone that's younger than me has had some sort of story like that.
Younger
but
than
my
you?
parents are, but my parents are
Your parents
older,
are more
and I'm the
vanilla,
youngest.
Catholic, normal people who...
Yeah, but they still fuck. I mean, obviously, they only fuck twice a year, man. They got 2 babies in June and 2 babies in December.
Not around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I know, but then why make such a big stink about fucking, me coming home on time? You know what I mean? Save that time,
Yeah,
I don't know. You're with the same person they just celebrated their 49th wedding anniversary.
Yeah, you got to be home by 10, so I got to talk to her.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be done by then, and she's going to want to talk. You come in, it kind of breaks the thing. We really need a third wheel to keep the conversation going after all these years.
They did the most parent celebration possible, old parent celebration, is they took a little road trip to Saratoga or something like that, and they went and saw the Doobie Brothers with Michael McDonald. He's back. Yeah, and I was like, wow, you guys would really enjoy that. That sounds like something you would greatly enjoy, and I'm happy for you. Good for them. But yeah, man, I don't know. I've never heard a peep. I've never even, not even a thought about that. You know what
the
I mean?
only proof, my existence is the only proof.
Right, exactly. And maybe. Well, no, definitely. Because it's weird. If you're standing next to your mom, you look just like your mom. If you're standing next to your dad, you look just like your fucking dad.
You know how in Harry Potter, by the 8th time, someone's like, you look like your father, but you haven't. And you just cut them off.
Your mother's
eyes. I know. Yeah, that's me now. Where people are like, you look just like a combination of my mom. I mean, yes.
And dad, yes, that's usually how it works.
Some crazy miracle happened where 2 people combined DNA, and the thing that it created resembles them.
I don't know, man.
Fucking wacky, isn't it?
I dated this one girl, and
we had a kid.
The first time I met her,
Steve.
And
you need to face facts here, little fella.
No, and I met her mom at one of our shows, your and I shows, and that was not what I pictured her to look like. It was very butch lady, and I went my face and
shook her
my
head.
girlfriend
Hello,
at the time,
sir.
Yeah, hello.
What are your intentions with
what
my
a grip
daughter?
You got there. Yeah. So
look, I know what guys your age think.
No, do you? Do you know what guys my age think?
Yeah, I think she does. She's super dykey. She's like, I know what you're trying to do. I was there too. You want
to bury your face in that thing. I know. No, but I didn't even. I think I was hesitant. When I met, she was like, "Hi, it's nice to meet you," and I was like. It did not. I mean, I was like, there was no resemblance at all, and I was like,
Yeah.
And then my girlfriend hit me on the shoulder, and she's like, "Shut the fuck up! Don't we'll talk about this later, just not now." She already knew. She anticipated my reaction.
Was the thing
to be very alarming. I mean, the heads up would have been fine.
It was
hey,
like Pat from SNL or something.
Yeah, but so then luckily it didn't work out, but that's what I would have had to look forward to, I guess.
having who's walking who down the aisle here. The first dance.
I feel like we'd have to arm wrestle for it, and then I would lose.
She's singing "Daddy's Little Girl."
Yeah, they have the father-daughter dance.
Yeah.
Like I still don't get this dynamic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, I'm sorry we got really far away from that.
No,
let's talk
fine.
about.
I don't even know where.
Let's talk about England for the people who are
jolly old
listening
England.
to this
I did
for
come
free.
back. I did come back.
Thank God, no problems.
Because that was the thing. No, because that was the concern, was that you have to take a COVID test to come back in, and you came in with all these fucking horrid. Yeah, well, apparently
they just recently got rid of that. Within a few days.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's great. Well, we were the last,
Yeah.
And you had all these horror stories of your Mexico shit. I was like, it's gonna be a fucking disaster. So at midnight, we were supposed to fly out at like 4:00 on a Wednesday, and at midnight, she got a text that the flight was canceled.
Oh shit!
Or not the flight overseas, like the one to New York or something. So we had to scramble to figure it out, and then we left earlier in the day. So whatever, it all worked out fine. And blah, blah. I'm trying to think. There's nothing really interesting happened on the way there. Just a long flight and just uncomfortable plane sleeps. I can't really sleep on a plane. Just my body.
You have the neck pillow thing.
Nah, I'll just kind of.
Dude, you got to do the neck pillow thing.
I know, but I fucking hate when I see people who have their whole. They're like, you know how a baby has his whole like baby commando set.
Like everything.
Yeah, like I saw this guy, like. And he had the neck pillow, and he had like a cup. It was essentially a fucking sippy cup. It was like a cup with like a plastic cup, and he had like his bands, and it was like a baby with all his like little. My plane, I can't. And I'm like, guys used to like wear suits and read the paper on the plane. Right. Fucking, they were sitting on like a wooden fucking seat with no seatbelt.
Can you imagine back in the day having to get dressed up to like go on a plane? Like, how shitty would that be to be sitting on a plane in a fucking suit? How shitty is it to sit anywhere, even if it's air conditioned, in a fucking suit? Doesn't matter how baller you look.
I have a suit. I have a nice suit.
That's why there's always evil businessmen stereotypes because of that.
I have a nice suit, but the zipper. Well, I have a few nice suits. Then when you have someone in the family pass away, you have to go to a couple events within a few days, so you don't want to be rocking the same fucking suit.
I do.
You know, you fucking bang and hit your head on fucking thumbtacks. I almost said Tic Tacs.
Tic Tacs.
That wouldn't cause blood. Your forehead's minty.
Yeah,
certainly covers up that other odd smell down here. But no, all right. So I got these suit, and the zipper is like it's fine, but it's just kind of like loose. I don't know. It's not like a tight fucking grip like denim zipper, because it's like, you know what I mean. It's just kind of like you got to get it up and make sure everything else is good. If there was any pull on it, it would start to give. So
it's like buying fucking deli meat at the store, and they give it to you in that bag, and if you open it a little too quickly, a little too overzealously, you can never close it again.
Yeah, you know yeah. Like it's like the Ziploc thing that just doesn't, the zip one that goes across.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
It still opens like
little,
some shitty magic trick.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so there's that, but usually it's fine unless you're at a Catholic ceremony where there is constant up and down and kneeling, and you may rise. So like constantly, like ever since, and then you're kneeling on the thing, and then you're standing. So like the zipper is just slowly going down.
I just realized
so every
that
once
was my
in a
one
while,
stance against the fucking Catholic Church. You're like, when you're kneeling and sitting, and I'm just like, yeah, that's bullshit.
Of
all the other stuff that I have going on. My comment about the Catholic Church,
and it's just the zipper starts to go, so you have to just be conscious of it, and just just kind of fucking move around and just kind of make sure it stays up, because the more and more I'm kneeling, he's like, please rise. I'm like, dude, you're fucking killing me. You know what I mean? It's starting to give way here. All right, I don't know the fuck. So yeah, I did flight out, whatever, it was fine. It did get canceled at the last minute, and Lee had to scramble and fucking make it work. But the whole thing was, we had to take a COVID test to come back in, and we're going to Nebworth. 2 nights, Liam Gallagher, Kasabian, all these great bands at Nebworth. 80,000 people a night. It's like, it's a 2-night, we're the only, I'm sure we're not the only ones, but not everybody went both nights. Because it was like a one, we camped and shit, but It's 80,000, so it's 160,000 roughly each night. We're in a huge, the fucking biggest thing I've ever fucking been to. And the rest of the time, we're in London, in the heart of London, at the Hilton at Hyde Park, during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee.
Oh, shit.
And we were like, dude, this place is going to be a fucking madhouse. There's no way. I was planning. I packed enough shit for 2 weeks. I mean, not like clothes and shit, but like, other stuff. Like shit, like, just like I was like, we're going for 2 weeks. We're going to Liverpool. We're going to Manchester because that's a whole train ride up. That takes a whole extra time. You know what I mean? And I wanted to do that, but we weren't going to have time. But I was like, there's no fucking way. But we did. So after going to a festival with 160,000 people, arm in arm with some random other guy, just like slide away, fucking. I ended up, there was like a little smoke shop on the corner, and I was like, you guys got the CBD vapes? Because I read they couldn't sell flour, but they could sell the vapes or whatever. So I got a couple CBD vapes. I'm like, do you have any CBD flour by chance? And he goes, my friend, yes. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And the dude had like the bag that's had like the little, like, it was like the plastic bag that's like he didn't just sell me a bag of weed. It was like a company. And I don't know what it was. But he's like, this has a little bit of THC in it. So you take a little bit and just see how you feel. Like he's talking to me like, I don't know. I'm like, no, dude, you just fucking say, hell yeah. And now we can get this motherfucker going. Where is that
I was going to ask
bitch?
About that. How, well, mainly England, weren't they pretty stuck up about weed for a very long time? How are they about it now?
Fucking some guy in the corner sold me a bag of something that was weed. I opened the bag, I poured it out. I'm like, that's weed. And I bought some papers and rolled it up and we were at the concert, and it was like the Kasabian's last couple songs, and you see Liam come in the helicopter. Smart motherfucker produced this shit, because you see him come in on a black helicopter, come in, and everyone starts fucking, dude, the fucking, I mean, I want to skip ahead, but Jesus Christ, the buzz was incredible. So I'm like, all right, I fucking spark this bitch up. I got like fat motherfuckers rolled. And I'm smoking it, and I'm smoking it like it's the CBD.
They didn't search you at the venue?
What the fuck is this? A fucking Liam Gallagher concert, too. This is a fucking.
Oh, I don't know. Canada stole 14 joints from me when I went and saw Black Sabbath.
Who did? Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Those fucking pussies up there, fucking.
And now it's legal.
Fucking cell phone stuffed pussies up there, and fucking Rogers. That's what the only difference is. Canada's a pussy with a phone in it that says Rogers.
Yeah.
Fucking cunts. No, they don't. They search, like, if you go through the bag line, because Lee had a bag, and they just kind of go like, all right, have fun. And you know what I mean? Like, the fuck you gonna do? It was fucking madness. And nobody out of that shit, everything I've been to in my life, every fucking concert, every fucking Friendly Foe show, there's been fist fights at my acoustic shows. But there was nothing, not a problem. There was one shirtless dude who was kind of walking around being weird at one point, and then we're walking in the first night, like coming into the crowd, and I see a guy carrying his buddy out. His buddy's obviously all fucked up, yelling over his shoulder, like kind of like the cartoon or the big dog picks up the little dog, and like Scrappy Doo. He's doing Scrappy Doo, like, I'll fucking kill you.
Let me in.
I'll fucking take you, mate. Yeah, exactly. Like that. And I was like, oh shit. Like, I'm ready for like British soccer hooligan shit. Like, I'm going to have a bloody nose. Like, I'm ready to battle. And it was fucking chill as fuck, man. I'm sure if you got into the pit,
maybe that's a stereotype,
it was nice.
Too.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, we're all pretty fucking chill over here. I don't know, a couple of bad fucking apples. But other than that, he's too fuck. Other than that, just fucking 2 nights and nothing but people singing and being cool as fuck. But yeah, so I had big old doobies. Anyway, so Kasabian, I'm fucking smoking, and I'm smoking it like it's a CB, and I'm like, that guy did say, hit it a couple times and see what happens. I put it out, and I did the mistake of like feeling the vibe of their last 2 songs, which were just fucking. That was worth the ticket a lot. I didn't know too much about them. I have friends who like them, but I wanted to go in cold. I like going to see a band, just not knowing anything about them, having them come out. Just and they were fucking awesome. So I'm like, yeah, let's just smoke it up. And then they're like, damn, can't give fucking fucking. And then it stops, and it's that middle of the between changeover quiet part, and I'm in a crowd of 80,000 people, and now I'm suddenly high as fuck. I'm like, this was weed. Okay, shit. And I was like, all right, good. Now I know, but fuck, I timed that bad. Because it was like, yeah. And then it's like, as soon as like that happens, like someone turned the lights on, and they're like, okay, reality.
All right.
But it was fucking incredible, man. All right, I don't even know where to fucking... All right, when I looked at I took notes the whole time, which, let's see what those came out to be. Because I'm just, Jesus Christ. It was fucking incredible. But yeah, so I don't know, they weren't really, but I would like roll up a fucking tuber, and we were walking through Hyde Park. We were right across the street from Hyde Park, and I'm smoking, and Lee's like, I don't see anybody else smoking. Like, it's not California. It's not like people are smoking on the street. And I'm like, I bought this at a fucking store.
Right.
All right. If someone gives me shit, I'm going to be like, hey, I'm American. I walk down the street and buy fucking weed at a store with a credit card. Like, I bought it at a fucking store, man. Sorry, excuse the fuck out of me for thinking I couldn't. Like, if you buy a sandwich at a store and then eat it, they're like, hey!
Yeah, you can't eat
You're only allowed to hold on to that. You're only allowed to purchase it.
England.
You're allowed to purchase it, but you're not allowed to possess it. Like, you're not allowed to use it. Yeah. I don't know.
You just get clubbed to death because the Queen catches a whiff of you.
I'm telling her, though. I'm like, it's the Queen's fucking Jubilee 2 blocks away.
She probably wasn't even there.
She came out and waved, and it was a big fucking deal.
Did you see her?
We were in the hotel, and we saw it on TV. Cause it was like, and it was like a couple blocks away. Like, literally, like, they were doing this huge parade and all this shit. And she came out and waved. And, that kind of Weekend at Bernie's, like someone pulled a lever and her hand went up. But, like, they showed her, and, like, I mean, it was like, it's like Times Square in New York, fucking New Year's shit, where it's like people been waiting there all for fucking staying up all night to get a good spot to see an old lady wave. And, it was cool that it was happening. We walked around, like, we couldn't really get close to the palace because it was all blocked off, but we came, like, right after that. So it was cool to watch the shit on the news because you get a better view. And you see all the shit on the news, and then you walk to, like you could see, like, the end of the parade. Like, we walked to, like, the aftermath of everything we just watched on TV. Yeah. That was kind of cool. And, like, it was, I mean, it's a fucking awesome fucking city. And
you know how many times, this is weird. I just thought about this, that, back in the day, kings would get murdered all the time, and then there would be a new king, and that family was royal, and then someone else would come in and murder them all or sack the town, and then it just kept happening for centuries and centuries. And then one family was the last family to do that. You know what I mean? And then, like, nobody, and can you imagine, like, the other, like, families, like, if they, like, realized their former royal lineage, back in the day, and it wasn't this family, like, they'd be like, motherfuckers, dude, like, you know what I mean? Because it's been this solid
so
family
much, like, inbreeding and shit that it like really is, like, all just traces back to, like, 2 people who fucked back in the day. Like, that's what Stonehenge is. They fucked 2 people fucked at Stonehenge, and it created a whole fucking island of amazing musicians.
It's true.
All right. I don't know. There's a bunch of shit I wrote down here. But yeah, so the first night we got on the double-decker bus and went to the Harry Potter studio thing.
That's pretty dope.
Dude, it was fucking unreal. And whatever. Fuck y'all with some nerd shit. Like, is that
why you guys watched them all before you went? Because you planned on doing this?
No, I watched them because she had never seen them, and I'd never seen past, like, the third one because I just stopped watching it when I was a kid.
Right.
And then watched the full thing, and I was like, by the end of it, with them and their kids are on the train and the chocolate frog, and I remember being when I was a kid watching that with the chocolate frog, and it was sort of like, now I'm an adult, like I was I grew up with them thing.
Yep.
So I was like, the fucking shit hit me right in the fucking old ticker.
Feels,
yeah. And Hermione's a fucking piece of ass. And I specifically said I want to steal when Hermione was dressed like Bellatrix Lestrange. I was like, I want that costume, and they have it there. And I was like, holy shit, it's a duck. Get it. Just grab it. Replace it. It's just replaced with Lee's clothes. There's just a mannequin wearing like a fucking jean jacket and a fucking pair of yoga pants. Like, I don't remember this part.
Yeah, like what was that? Some Muggle artifact.
Yeah, some Muggle artifact. But dude, it was fucking cool because it's like all the sets from the movies and shit and clothes and like a ton of.
Yeah, you were in like the Great Hall, right? Weren't you?
Yeah, they have like a Great Hall set up, and there's like a whole thing where everybody goes to the front and it's like Disney kind of for a minute. Where like a lady's doing a dorky presentation, and I just ignored that and walked to the back of the room by myself. Yeah. So like that's why Lee has a picture. People are like, "How the fuck are you in there by yourself?" And like a Jay-Z and Beyonce in front of the Mona Lisa alone. They're like, I got into that's what a fucking white nerd does. Right. I rented out the Great Hall for our anniversary at Harry Potter. We get the whole Death Star to ourselves, girl. But they were just, the whole crew was in the front, and I just wanted to walk around by myself and just look around and be like, God damn, dude, like, for our generation, for that, span of fucking movies, like, that's movie fucking history. Mm-hmm. So that was really cool. And you take the double-decker bus. They do a Lord of the Rings thing down there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can do, it's not like, I mean, the Shire is still intact, like all the, like, Hobbiton specifically, like all the little holes and fucking houses that they built under the earth are that's like the farmer just kept it and now it's a tourist place. But there are tours that run that just show you just the locations because the beauty of that alone is incredible. But there's not going to be like fucking styrofoam fucking statues still there. You know what I mean? That type of shit. But I mean, still, it's the most gorgeous place ever.
It was cool to like look at like someone like. Like they had like Snape's wig and shit. And I'm like, this was on Alan Rickman's head.
That is odd. Yeah, I've never been in the same room with anything that's been on Alan Rickman's head.
I've been in the room with so many things that have touched it, that have been his clothes, right. His Snape costumes, all of his shit. I'm like, and like, these legendary actors and shit. And like, yeah, it was cool. That was cool as fuck.
Gary Oldman
take the double decker. Yeah, Gary Oldman. I'm like, yeah, they had Sirius Black stuff. And I'm like, Gary Oldman fucking wore that fucking suit. How cool is that shit? And they had, in like the lobby, like when you first walk in, they have the giant dragon. I don't know what the fuck it's called, the thing that destroys the bank. It's just a.
Oh yeah, that
I've had the video up. I'll put it up again, dude. It is a. If I was a rich guy, I'd have that shit like hanging from the trees over my house. Like it is a fucking what I would presume to be a life size dragon. It's fucking insane. The detail, like it's a goddamn bajillion-dollar fucking thing that they did. It's fucking highly suggested. You have to go and meet the bus somewhere, and it's a double-decker bus, and you ride, and they play a little video and shit. With Warwick Davis comes out and says, "I'm Warwick Davis, and that Ricky Gervais show didn't really take off, so here I am to fucking take you through this thing." So yeah, that was cool as fuck. The Harry Potter show was cool as fuck. Yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, even if you're not, Lee doesn't know anything about that. I'm explaining it all to her. I'm just but like she's still like it was still fun and interesting and shit like that. All right. So then the next day we get on the old train and we start making our way up to Nebworth. Now Nebworth is a house that was, like I said, it was Bruce Wayne's the exterior shots
1989
in the 89 Batman. The exterior shots of a house with like cool spiky things coming out the roof, that's Nebworth. And but the nearest train station was like a couple miles away. Like there's like big green coaches, and we're reading the whole time that like the Queen's Jubilee is gonna fuck up the train system, and it's gonna be a fucking transportation's gonna be a fucking shit show. And I bought car park passes just in case when we originally planned, because we didn't know what we were gonna do, rent a car or whatever. So just in case, I got car park passes, and I was like, I'm gonna hang on to those because we might end up renting a fucking car if there's because the coaches were sold out and all the shit.
Damn,
dude, not a problem. Whole time we were there. Every train we wanted to get on.
160,000 people?
No, I'm talking about like in London, like the Jubilee, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
With that, there was a couple times, like when you're in a real crowded, like Piccadilly or like a real crowded station, it was crowded, but not more crowded than like a city, than one of the biggest fucking most populated cities on the fucking planet would be. It wasn't like, wow, like we're all packed in here. Not every train we needed to get on, we easily got on. It was fine. And I got like so many emails from like Live Nation and shit that are like, make sure you don't fuck this up. It was so easy. So we start taking the train, and as the train's stopping, more and more fucking bucket hats and beers and guys getting on, singing Live Forever. I'm like, yeah, okay, we're going the right way. And then you get off, and it's just this fucking, exodus, guys through the desert fucking walking through this little town, and then we had to cross the highway, but they had it all blocked off. They had signs that said event this way. Like, it was like it took over that part of the fucking it just took over. That's what was happening in that part of the country. It was
England's Woodstock type of thing.
Yeah, like that, big fucking deal. And we're walking along the fucking route and everything. And then we walk up, we got a boutique camping site because I'm not walking around for the whole time. We're there for like over a week. I'm not carrying a tent. You know what I mean? So fuck that. So we got like a pitch tent and everything. Is not the super fancy fucking thing, but like the step down. Yeah. So like it was really chill. The tent was awesome. The girl who checks you in, it's like a hotel. Like you go to the desk and you have your reservation. They check your ticket. They give you a wristband. This brings me to the thing of like the fucking the women in London are what the fuck. And I guess Lee explained it as like, well, this is like the modeling industry is huge here. So like all the hottest girls in the world just come here. Because there were so many times where like, we walk past a chick and I would just turn to Lee and just be like, what the fuck was that? Like out of a fucking magazine. You're airbrushed in real life. What the fuck? Holy shit.
How are you real?
And even the girl who was checking the things was like the most, and I'm a sucker for the accent.
I thought, me too.
Dude,
but I thought I was standing up for your rights by saying, magazines should not depict women this way. Not everyone should have to feel like they look like that. And then you see someone like that in real life, you're like, nope, you should all try harder.
Yeah, no.
You should all look like that. What
or
are you doing?
We should just kill all them and lower the bar because Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, and they're all doing their photo shoots like by like the,
Kill all the models or kill all the other
Yeah, kill all the models, and because then you kill them, we all start looking a little better, don't we?
Right. What do you do with their bodies after, though?
Stuff that we're not going to record.
Right, okay. I was going to say, has anyone established the rules on that part yet?
Yeah. There's the clock, you start the timer. And
I was saying, the purge alarm goes off, but you don't need to,
I don't know.
Dead. What are you going to do, violate them?
Fucking.
They're dead.
You study them, and you try to recreate them in a lab or something.
Right.
So anyways, whatever. The girl checks us into the fucking thing is just adorable. And she's got the accent and everything and fucking... So we check in, the fucking tent is awesome. And it's just... I can't explain how rowdy but fucking cool everybody was. Obviously, we're all during... Like, this is not just some random gig. It's a historical event. Bit of an underdog story. This is a dude who kind of crashed for a bit and now came back, and his new shit fucking rules. He sounds great. His band is fucking awesome. It was just fucking like just such a celebration. And they love that shit over there so much. Here, I'm not being like America sucks, man. But like you have the people who like most of them don't even know what the fuck they're going to. There's one hit song. They sing like the hook of the hit song. That's all they know. At this motherfucker, you would be taking a piss.
Like a hat.
You're taking a piss, and every single person is singing every word to like the bridge of like a B-side that came out in '98. And it's just like a filler, but it's like it's religious to them over there. Like that's why I put up that video of me walking through the crowd during Wonderwall, because you're going through 80,000 people and every single one of them singing. Like it was like that was more of a Queen's Jubilee than the Queen's Jubilee. It was a bunch of tourists going to see all these ladies. Like that was really that was the people. That's where the people went. You know what I mean?
Did you come across any other Americans at the show?
Not really. No, I don't think so. And I fucking love talking to these people. I'm also stoned to shit too. So it's
Did
fun
anybody remark on your guys' accents?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. As soon as you start talking, they go, "Well, where are you from?" And you know what I mean? You start talking about Buffalo, and one guy had
Niagara Falls.
Yeah, one guy had a family who lived in St. Catherine, or no, on Niagara on the Lake, right?
Okay,
like on the other side.
Like, Youngstown.
I'm waiting in the line in the bathroom at a fucking one of the biggest concerts on the planet, and the guy's like, "Yeah, my cousin lives on Niagara on the Lake." I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That's right across the river from me.
Jack Thurman? Oh my God, fucking damn it. Jesus Christ.
I know
Jack and Dave.
They just get Western New York accents.
Yeah, like fuck. No, but it's funny because I love talking to him because it's this weird language barrier that's not a language. Japan is just like there's no. I could just and like they have no fucking. I can make up noises. It doesn't matter. This is we're just talking.
Like, how do you do?
I think it's real much appreciate. I'm afraid it's necessary. I just do the Donnie Brasco.
Yeah,
I'm afraid it's necessary.
I'm afraid.
But yeah, it was fun fucking talking to these motherfuckers, like in line taking a piss or whatever. And I mean, we find like British Mike Henderson, obviously just the guy who's dancing and hugging everybody, and like, and you're talking to him, but there's like this language barrier, but there's not. We understand each other, but it like is almost this weird. It takes your brain an extra second to like,
comprehend what the fuck their slang type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like this shit's driving me fucking nuts. Is like it's doing me fucking head in. Shit that, you know what I mean? Like they have these little phrases.
Doing my head. Okay,
yeah, but I've been listening to enough. Like I've been a Gervais fan long enough, and Shaun of the Dead, and all that, like all that shit. Where like I kind of get like he's fuck ugly, like shit like that. You get it? It's like Deadwood.
You should have just binged Ted Lasso before you got there.
Is that all British and shit?
Oh yeah, it's fish out of water story, but
Deadwood.
Yeah, it's like super Cockney.
In Deadwood, they speak in that like odd way. They just have a weird way of phrasing. And we were watching Deadwood, and it was like you watch 3 episodes a night, and then the next night you start up the next episode, and every time I'd be like, it would take you like a few minutes to like reacclimate to the way they talk.
Yeah, sometimes you put on subtitles so you can kind of.
I get but it's like sense? They say it, and I totally understand what he means, but his choice of words was just weird. But I understand what it was. It's this weird Klingon shit. I don't know. It's like he's saying words that are not in any order I would have put him in, but I totally fucking get what he means by it. So it was really fun to fucking talk and shoot the shit with everybody there. And obviously everybody's in a fucking great mood. It was fucking awesome. Because also pandemic, whatever. I haven't been to a proper big, huge fucking festival type thing.
I don't think I've ever been to anything that was that big ever.
And, well, yeah, I don't think I've ever been to anything that was that big, but I've been to like big festivals.
Well, yeah, you've been to festivals.
Hippie festivals where it was just dirty and
where everybody is there to see the one band. You know what I mean? Like that's different.
There was bands all day. But it was like there wasn't multiple. I think there was a stage like in one of this campsite. I didn't find it, but like there was. Yeah, it's all there for the one guy. There was shit happening all day.
All right, so here's a question. All right, this is a very nerdy. I'm sorry if this podcast isn't funny to people. This is more informative for me to talk about my friend's trip here. Yeah, cocks, cock knee cock.
Yeah.
So you are in a place with. Thousands of people, right? And you have a nice tent, okay? And all of your belongings, right, to get back to the United States.
We didn't have. Yeah.
You left it in the tent. Or how does that work?
They give you a lock. They give you a little a thing.
So it's just like
you put a code in.
One,
yeah.
Oh. So it's like
zip the
it goes
tent
in
up
between 2 zippers and
you zip the tent up and it.
Yeah. Can't anybody with a knife just like.
Yeah, but we were in like they also have security. Like we're in like the fancy bougie fucking thing. Like they have.
I was just one. I mean, because there's thousands of people.
Well, that was my concern too.
I'd be afraid to.
Well, that was the thing. Was like the fucking. There were some people, sitting around drinking, in their lawn chairs and shit. But it was nothing like a hippie festival where it's just hippie festivals are just drug conventions where there happens to be a band playing.
Yeah, exactly.
This was totally different. I mean, maybe it's because we were in the nicer part. Where it was like, but having a shower where it was like this thing where you had to keep pushing it, but it was hot water came out.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Having a fucking shower and and like a solid bathroom was like game changer.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about earlier about going to like shit where I'm like, I used to just live like a fucking animal. We'd go to a festival and I just live like a stray dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
picking up scraps.
Now
and
it's like we're on a
bed
in like a nice fucking thing. There's beds, there's linens, there was a flower. There was in the thing was like like my iPad case is like a leather like kind of book thing. It opened up and it was a mirror to like get ready. I'm like, they gave us a fucking Coke mirror.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like
that's
it's a fucking perfect Coke mirror. I was like, damn, dude, they know what's up. But yeah, they give you like a lock, and
what was the weather like?
It was pretty fucking cool. It was because it was a little cooler than it is here, like during the day. I got fucking sun. I was all red and shit after like being out in the sun all day. Because we were waiting around. We got a good spot by the side of the stage. We're watching the other bands. We're waiting around. And I'm in the sun. And it was like you would, in between bands, like you'd sit down on the ground. You know, everyone's kind of picnic style, sitting down, chilling, eating, just stuff in my face, whatever the fuck I could find. They had vendors. You know, the festival's like just a pop-up city. Yeah. It's just, it really is fucking Deadwood. It's just like an old west. Right. It's an old west town that just popped up in the English countryside where there's a huge concert where this fucking dude's going to sing his balls off. It's going to be fucking awesome. And we would sit down and then I would stand up and look out and the horizon of people's like here. I'm like, there's a fucking lot of people here. And I'd sit down for like 10 minutes and I'd get up again and the horizon's here. And then like eventually I'm like, like it was just, you look out and it's just people. Like it's just was fucking a mammoth amount of fucking human beings, and every one of them was there just for the same fucking reason, just to be cool. You know, just it was fucking great, dude. Like I've never felt a fucking vibe like that at a show, and it's the same thing as like in Ireland. Like there just seems to be such a deeper respect for like the music and the craft of the song. Because at the end of the day, there's all this production, big stages, all this shit. At the end of the day, it's just a rock band got on stage and two guitars, bass, and like there wasn't all this like there wasn't any set design or pyrotechnics or anything. Like it was just the same setup he would have if he was playing in like a small fucking ball. You know, he was doing the ballroom. Just a rock band got on stage and just fucking blew shit out of the fucking water, and he sounded fucking great. Because this was a big, like, all right, man, you're gonna go with this without your brother, huh? You're gonna fucking go with you're gonna fight the big fight. All right, you fucking, I'm coming, because it's either you're gonna kill it and it's gonna be historical, or it's gonna be a fucking disaster.
Either way, I want to see it.
Either way, I'm there, but it was fucking incredible. And John Squire from the Stone Roses came out as his like special guest at the end and played Champagne Supernova, and just
nice.
To hear that guy's guitar just ripping, echoing, just loud as, because we're out in the middle of the fucking country, just booming loud as fuck. And that guy's an incredible fucking guitar player. He's so smooth. It's so like you listen to him and you're like, this is the blackest man ever. And then you're like, no, he's the most British man ever. He looks like one of the Doctor Who's or something. Like, it was fucking great. And there was a bunch of shit, and everyone sings every fucking word. Which in some places would annoy me, but here I loved it. I fucking loved it. Everyone was singing. It was such a powerful thing to have fucking 80,000 people fucking singing every word to all these songs. That everyone in America is like, yeah, Oasis, Wonderwall. I'm fucking over it. I'm like, yo, there is so much more they didn't give to us. They kept the good shit. It's when your coke dealer lets you do his coke with him. He's like, this ain't the shit I'm selling to those fucking idiots over there. And then it's like all of a sudden it's like there's like I read Jack Nicholson had like two like in his house in the canyon. It was like the good drugs were in his own personal stash, and then he had like he had the wine for company. You know what I mean? And then he had the good shit. They have the good shit over there. They never gave it to us. Everyone's singing everything. One of their best songs is Stand By Me, and he plays that, not, you know, when the night gets on, not that one. It's a different song called Stand By Me. But this is my first note. It's not my first note, I'll tell you that one later. But there was a dude standing by me, and we're all singing, and he was just, like, drunk and just, like, he just sucked.
Yeah.
But he's singing, and I'm like, I'm a move around the crowd guy. I'm not a pick a spot, stay there all day guy. I don't like that. It's weird. I'm just moving. That's why Lee has a 3-minute video of me just I love navigating the crowd, too. I love finding an open pocket and just snaking my way through. Yeah. Because you see the whole thing, and you see all the people. Yeah, that's true. You're just looking at all these fucking people. It's great. But Stand By Me's playing, and there's a guy just behind me just like, Stand by me. No, I always could be. And I started giggling because, like, I'm just like, I need to get away from this guy. And the phrase he keeps repeating is "stand by me."
Yeah. You're like, no,
and I'm like,
no.
it's the last thing I want to do. I want to stand by anybody but you. You know, I'm glad you're having fun, man. But Jesus Christ, fucking take some singing lessons or something. But yeah, that was, you know. So there was just, you know, you fucking people everywhere and, you know, chatting it up with people. And as soon as you start talking, they get fucking taken back. And they're like, oh, where are you from? You know what I mean? Because you can't tell. In Japan, I'm obviously not Japanese. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm
obviously
not, you know. So over there, they think I'm going to just be, you know, at least Irish.
Right. Something. Or Armenian fucking mafia or something.
So we're talking about the fucking girls, and I was like, it's all just 10s and 2s over here. That's all it is. It's all 10s and 2s. That's I was like, it was like
that's
driving.
That's probably a phrase over there.
I came up with the
10
phrase.
and 2s.
You know how it's, you know, driving 10 and 2.
Yeah, right.
And it was just, I don't know, but then every once in a while you get the ones who are just like, I'm like, that one was just like driving with a barefoot on the steering wheel and smoking a cigarette. Like, that was a trashy slag, you know.
Slag.
But the girl who was checking in the tents, I came back the second day to I had to recheck in and get a bracelet for the second day. So I come in the tent. And there's like a whole group of dudes coming in, and they're all like, it was this real kind of like night Game of Thronesy type of like, each dude would come up and almost do like a little comedy jester bit to the cute girl. I mean, this girl was a fucking 10 anyways, and then with the accent, she was just blown out of the water, just fucking hot, just fucking freak. I wanted to punch her. Fucking bitch, you're so adorable.
Isn't it funny, like, how the more attractive a woman gets, the more murderous a man becomes? Just because, like, I've seen you now, no one else can
wasn't
see you.
Like, now,
if I can't have you, no one can.
Here it's like, girl. If that girl wanted to like bartend somewhere, I'd be like, no, it's a bad idea.
No,
like, don't even bartend. But here it's like, there it was like the British guys were like in this weird, like they would kind of like do this court jestery thing and make them laugh. And, like, they were making this girl laugh, and, like, they were all ribbing each other and shit, but it was never, like, if anybody stepped over... If you got the vibe that if you were, like, stepped over the line and got too obnoxious, all of these dudes would turn around and fucking chase you off and protect. Like, there was that vibe of, like...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like, they're all gonna, like, she's a pretty girl, and they're all gonna, like, make her laugh and see if they can, you know, court her or some shit. So I'm waiting for this whole group of fucking dudes who've been drinking on the train all day to check in. And she's like, all right, now give me push your wristbands on you. Now leave the tent, because it was getting all fucking, I can't do the accent. I wish I could. But they're getting all claustrophobic. And she put the wristband on the guy, and she goes, okay, now fuck off. And everyone starts laughing. She was hilarious. And I go up, I'm like, hey, we were here yesterday. I got to recheck in for today. So she does my ticket and leaves in, like, there's there's a makeup room with mirrors with the light bulbs around them in one tent for the girls over there. So she's in there doing her hair with all the other chicks getting all ready and stuff. And she's like, oh, I'll give you a bracelet for you and I'll give you one for your girlfriend. And it was like the cutest thing I've ever heard. And my initial reaction was like, she died.
Yeah.
We have, I mean, our tent does fit
I'm
3.
Now. Yeah.
She was just like, she was so fucking adorable. And like, there was just, the accent just drives me fucking nuts. So I'm thinking like, is it like, remember in Shallow Hal, or when he heard, no, what was it? Some dumbass movie where the guy does this thing and he shows like, there's the hot girl and then he moves his hands and she gets ugly. Yeah, because she stands.
Shallow Hell, isn't it?
Is that whatever? She's standing.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the girl who hangs out with the gross chicks, so she looks better. But then you go like this,
yes,
and then
you're right.
It's the accent totally is a thing. So because I started paying attention to it, and one time we're in the city proper, and a few days later, and a girl's walking by, and I'm looking, and I'm like, she's a fucking 10. Look how hot she is. She's beautiful. And then you hear her talk, and she's like, yeah, I think we should take the train down and go more towards that. I'm like, and then she just got grosser because she had an American accent. She was like from Ohio. Yeah. And now for the Queen's Jubilee. And like, I watched it happen in real time. She was it was like those hologram cards that like do turn and it like is Barry Bonds like swinging. You know what I mean? Like it went from like gorgeous, beautiful princess to just like, hey, I'm Tiffany. I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah,
plenty of
tent
Tiffany's
girl
where I'm from.
the boutique camping site at Nebworth. I love you. If you would like to come to America, as I kept saying, do you want to come to America? America. I did the R. Kelly. Do you have your passports? Do you have your? Would you like to come back with Sean to America? America.
America.
They're like, this is a modern society.
Yeah, like, no, I'm doing great here. Look at me.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just, it was great. And that's why I have a note that just says 10s and 2s.
I like 10s and 2s. That's good.
Because there was no there was no middle ground. It was either
you should write a fucking song about it.
It was either, same thing as Japan. It was either a 200-year-old woman or like a fucking anime chick who was like cartoonish.
Who's like 14.
Hot. Yeah, or 40. You can't tell.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
This is such a strange... Do they even have an age limit there?
I don't know if they have ages. I think ages are illegal.
They have plenty of Asians. What are you talking about?
All right. I do want to do. Kasabian has a song called "You're in Love with a Psycho" is like the chorus, so everyone's singing.
You're in love with a psycho.
You're in love with a psycho, and there's nothing you can do. And I'm like, that would be a fun one to do. The talking it out, like you're in love with a psycho, and there's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do. So in between, I had a video of this too. In between the sets, there's like the videos are playing on the screen for like advertisers and all that shit. And one of them is this thing with they have a see something, say something, see it, say it, sorted. That's kind of the British thing is we'll sort it out for you. That's how they politely put we'll fucking fuck a guy up with a fucking nightstick. We'll sort it out. That's what it says on every train says see it, say it, sorted. But they've had a couple of them trains have gotten. I literally was like on trains where I'm like, this one got blown the fuck up, like a couple 10 years ago. Like there's a few backpack bombs floating around in that city. So see it, say it, sorted is a whole thing. So they had this video, and it was like these cartoons, and it's like if you see something, say something, and it will be sorted. If you see trouble, and there's like a cartoons bouncing a beach ball through the crowd, and it says like see troubles, say it, sorted. And it's like pretty much saying like if you're seeing a girl getting assaulted, say something. If there's a fight, if someone has a gun, if someone has a bomb, we're like, this is a major. Thank God the Queen's Jubilee was happening because I'm like, if they're gonna bomb anything, they're gonna bomb that.
If a girl was getting like raped in a crowd, you just need to crowd surfer.
Keep watching Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, just pick her up and crowd surfer. You know what I mean?
So she could get fingered by everyone.
Well, yeah. I mean, accidentally, maybe.
Yeah,
well,
no. Fucking
no, we're not talking about... This is England, okay? They have class. This isn't Woodstock 99, sir.
No, it was not at all. It was a fucking classy affair. As fucking hectic and madness as it was, there was a massive level of like respect for everybody there. There was never a time where I was like, oh, this is fucking
I guess that's
dodgy.
not really the case here.
Yeah. No, it's not. Here, you get 10 people together, you're like, there's going to be a fucking problem.
Yeah.
There always is.
Fucking true.
There always is.
This is going to be a fucking problem. It is, you're right,
You get too many drunk white dudes together, and you're just like, here we go. I mean, I've seen it happen.
You ever been in a, like with, say, let's just say your girlfriend. Right. Just anybody, right? Not you or me, just anybody. And then their friend, right? And then a third friend comes in, which is a female, right? And then they're all best fucking friends, right? All best fucking friends.
Obnoxiously friends.
Right, exactly. It's annoyingly, like, it doesn't make sense. They met in a bathroom or something, you know what I mean? And then, and then the third one will turn the first two against each other, sort of, and then they all hate each other.
They're evil creatures,
right? Indeed, indeed. Sorry, I was itching my foot as I wasn't not leaning. Into like,
you were like getting quiet because she's in the room. You're like, they are help.
There's 3 of them here now. Actually, I am. I'm surrounded by fucking yeah. You know what? It is. It's Kaylee and her dog Bob versus Lucy, my shitty dog.
Well, that's why I insisted we get a male cat. because I'm just like, you're a girl, my sister's a girl, my mom's a girl, you got a sister, she's got 2 fucking little girls. I mean, my sister's got boys. They're fucking crazy. And there's just girls all over you. All your friends are girls. My friends are girls. Even the fucking pot plants are female. For the love of God, I need some Jesus fucking Christ. Male energy around here.
And you got a male pussy.
Yep. He's on my lap right now. He's getting ash on him. So, fucking, I don't know. Jesus Christ. I mean, the fucking shows were unreal, dude. Just unfucking real. To be a part of something that big, 80,000 sing-along, to the guy who's he's just standing there just belting it out, just cool as fuck. And it's like, God damn it, it's fucking awesome. It was iconic. It was styled perfectly, like with the screens and everything. It was just simple. It wasn't this like big, fluffy production.
Wacky,
you know what I mean?
flailing tube men.
Yeah. There wasn't any there was fireworks that went off exactly when I knew they were going to. There's this song Once, and there's a breakdown where it like gets really intense and builds up to the last chorus. And I was like, and I told Lee, I was like, right at this part, the last chorus, that's when the fireworks are going to go off. The first.
Did you know they were going to be fireworks beforehand?
Yeah. Something that big, they're going to. Yeah, right. They have Ferris wheels, going to be fireworks. And it was, of course, and I remember when you used to shine back then. And then at the very end, they came back and encored with, I think, Supersonic and Champagne Supernova. That's the thing, too, is like a lot of jam band festivals and shit, it just never ends. This was like pound you in the face, hits. I'm glad we went both nights, even though it was the same set, because I'm like, dude, it just is like so fun.
Just to see it again.
Happened so quick.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's like
the second night it's like when the only thing I can equate it to in my life is when I go see Star Wars on opening night. And I'm just like, spectacle. And then, but unlike Star Wars, when you go back the second time, now you actually get to sit back and enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Whereas me, I'm like, this kind of sucks. I'm like, this isn't cool.
Yeah,
right, so
and you get to go to different parts, and then at the end of like Champagne Supernova, they do the jam. John Squire comes out, which is cool as fuck because I love the Stone Roses, and I had like a kind.
I think you actually introduced me to that band.
Well, Oasis introduced me to them. It was fucking because like you start to get into the whole Manchester thing, and then like you're just like, dude, you fucking tea drinking motherfuckers been keeping all the good stuff for yourselves.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, but there's like, it just proves the fact that like somewhere in a country there is a band, of musicians who are playing to stadiums who are revered as gods, and we've never heard of them. You know what I mean? Like until now, and then you discover who they are, and it's a whole culture, it's a whole thing. And you go get into it. And I fucking love that. I fucking love discovering a new culture.
Drake released a dance album. You're like, shut the fuck. Like, I can't imagine like going to something like that. Like, I can't wait to bring my lawn chair. You know, like it folds. I got one. Chris got me one for my birthday.
It's not even just like,
whoever Chris is. And there's always some 40-year-old guy named Chris who's banging somebody's mom. You know what I mean? He's the boyfriend Chris.
And I've always said you could take like that group of like Lewiston housewives and pluck them anywhere.
Yeah.
Like the green screen from Wayne's World, how they kept like,
I'm in Delaware.
Yeah. You could pluck them anywhere. You could put them on the moon. You could take them back in time and put them like during like the Nuremberg trials. You could put them in any major event, and within 3 minutes they would circle each other just with their wine glasses and go like, "Did you hear Diane's really her yoga instructor? They talk a lot. Okay, a little small talk is fine.
It's always white wine.
The way she giggles at him and the way she dresses is just incredible. I mean, she's a married woman. It's like they cannot get out of their own fat fucking selves for 5 seconds and just go to a different place and just absorb a new thing.
Did you see any of those women there?
No, because they don't know that shit exists. But as soon as they hear Wonderwall, they go, "Oh yeah!" And then they start filming themselves singing Wonderwall.
Now play the Pina Colada song. I like that song. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know that song. I know you know that song, Carol. Yeah. I know you know that song.
All right, so anytime someone's like, "Hey, you guys playing anywhere this summer?" Revert to this segment. There's other ways to make fucking money in the world.
Right.
Jesus fucking
All right,
Christ.
this is good, I think, for the freebies. So
Yeah,
fuck
we're at
you
an hour
guys. If
14.
you want
I
part
still
2
got
of Thurman's,
tons of shit.
oh, I know
yeah.
you do. So
yeah.
part 2, if you want to hear Thurman's epic adventure to well, not necessarily your motherland, the place where your motherland hates the most.
Yeah.
You're kind of a traitor, actually.
Nah, it's all. It's exactly like the Gallagher brothers fighting. It's just like you're the same guy, and then you're very different. We get it, but like you're close enough. Just fucking, you're there. There's no escaping. What are you gonna move the island? It's there. You know what I mean?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? It's there. All right. Yeah. All right. So here the next one, where I mean, we did end up, going to Buckingham Palace and meeting the Queen. And I may or may not have done a little get down with Her Majesty.
That's pretty awesome.
I kind of knighted her.
On Patreon.
I did my dick on both her shoulders. I knighted her. It was hilarious. And you can hear the whole story.
Yeah.
I just put up a video.
Elton John was
I just put up a video on our YouTube, a longer clip from a Patreon episode of of what are you talking about? A hot chick.
Hot chick who
took a shit
at a party and then ruined everything.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
that's pretty good.
Yeah. But we're putting up clips from the Patreon so you can get a little taste of what you're missing.
And it's a lot. You're missing a lot. So subscribe on Patreon. Obviously, we're on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud.
And we're not just fucking buying.
Is it called iTunes or is it Apple Music?
iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube.
All the stuff where you can stream any other bullshit podcast you listen to.
It's there.
Stream this bullshit podcast.
And we're not if you subscribe, we're not using any of the money to fucking fly to England. That's my money. We're using it to pay to keep this shit
better.
going.
Exactly.
It costs money. To do this. Yeah, it does, you fucking dick lickers. Yeah. All right. So hear about how I fucked the Queen.
Exclusively on Patreon.
All right.
Fuck off.
Yep.
Follow the Thurman and Lala podcast at www.thermopolis.com.